بسم الله. ماشي. ما جرانا.
خلاص. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات كانت لهم جنات الفردوس نزلا خالدين فيها لا يبغون عنها حولا. قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل أن تنفد كلمات ربي ولو جئنا بمثله مددا. قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فمن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا. صدق الله العظيم. لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألف لام ميم. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون. وإلهكم إله واحد لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يئوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوه يحاسبكم به الله فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين ورحمة الله وبركاته عليكم أهل البيت إنه حميد مجيد إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل أفضل الصلوات على أسعد مخلوقاتك حبيب الله محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم عدد معلوماتك ومداد كلماتك كلما ذكرك ذاكرون وغفل عن ذكرك الغافلون اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم في العالمين إنك إنك حميد مجيد عدد خلقك ورضا نفسك وزنة عرشك ومداد كلماتك كلما ذكرك الذاكرون وغفل عن ذكرك الغافلون. سلم رضي الله تبارك وتعالى عن أصحاب رسول الله أجمعين. وأنت حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله. فاعلموا أنه أفضل الذكر حق لا إله إلا الله حي موجود لا إله إلا الله حي باق لا إله إلا الله حي مقصود لا إله إلا الله حي الذي لا ينام ولا يموت لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله حق لا إله إلا الله حق لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله حق 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 لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. كلمة حق عليها نحيا وعليها نموت وبها نبعث إن شاء الله تعالى من الآمين آمين برحمة الله وكرمه. جزا الله عنا سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم خيرا بما وعده. جزا الله عنا سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم خيرا بما وعده. جزا الله عنا سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم خيرا بما وعده. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين. محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. واغفر إلهي لكل المسلمين بما واغفر إلهي لكل المسلمين بما يتلون في المسجد الأقصى وفي الحرام. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا. يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا واغفر لنا ما مضى يا واسع الكرم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم بقربنا مكي مدني درب بولاغ مكي مدني بقربنا مكي مدني درب بولاغ مكي مدني دید تیری ہے عید میری یا حبیبی یا رسول اللہ دید تیری ہے عید میری دید کراو مکی مدنی در پہ بلاو مکی مدنی قبلہ ہمارا کعبہ ہے اللہ قبلہ ہمارا کعبہ ہے کعبے کا کعبہ مکی مدنی کعبے کا کعبہ مکی مدنی بگری بناو مکی مدنی در پہ بولاو مکی مدنی یا حبیبی یا رسول محشر میں ہو غالب پہ یہی یا حبیبی یا رسول اللہ محشر میں ہو غالب پہ یہی ہم کو بچاؤ ہم سب کو بچاو مکی مدنی ہم سب کو بچاو مکی مدنی سلام یا حجاج یا سلام الحجاج يهديكم الله مكة مكرمة يا حجاجي سلام يا سلام يا حجاجي سلام يا سلام حجي مقبول جبل عرفات حجي مقبول مولاي يا مولاي سلام يا حجاج يا سلام الحجاج يهديكم الله. مكة مكرمة. الفاتحة. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم بلغ ثواب ما قرأنا سورة الكهف وقصيدة بردة وقصائد مختلفة، ونور ما ترون هدية واصلة إلى روح نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وإلى أرواح الأنبياء والأولياء، وإلى أرواح شهداء الكربلاء، وإلى أرواح أهل البيت، وإلى روح شيخ الإمداد ساكن في بغداد شيخ عبد القادر الجيلاني قدس الله سره، وإلى روح إمام الهند الشيخ معين الدين قدس الله سره، وإلى روح إمام الراعي شيخ أحمد كبير الرفاعي قدس الله سره، وإلى روح إمام الطريقة وغوث الخليقة شابه الدين نقشبند محمد الويسي البخاري قدس الله سره، وإلى روح مولانا الشيخ محمد ناظم الحقاني النقشبندي قدس الله سره، وإلى روح شيخ مصطفى يوسف قدس الله سره، وإلى روح شيخ سيد عبد القادر قدس الله سره، وإلى أرواح كل أموات المسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات والذاكرين والذاكرات خاصة في فلسطين، وإلى أرواح خاصة. Mention your beloved ones that have passed away by name. Sheikh Ali Walele, Maryam Bala Walele, Haji Usman Kaji, Aisha Usman Kaji, Usman Kapri, Hajra Usman Kapri, Sayyid Abdul Qadir Naqshband, Imam Ahmad Karzekar, Imam Hassen Talbokar, Ismail Usman Kaji, Abdul Samad Dankar, Zubayda Adam, Yunus Adam, Muhammad Adam, Zulaykha Ahmadi, Fatima Patakar, Abdullah Patakar, Maryam Kapri, Ibrahim Kapri, Imam Nur Muhammad Kaji, Ila Rahmati, Yunus Hawa, Fatima Hawa, Sheikh Muhammad Salih Abadi, Ila Rahmati. اللهم لا تحرمنا أجرهم ولا تفتنا بعدهم، واغفر لنا ولهم وارحمنا معهم. اللهم اغفر لهم وارحمهم وسكنهم في الجنة. اللهم اغفر لهم وارحمهم وأدخلهم في الجنة. اللهم اغفر لهم وارحمهم وارحمهم في الجنة. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي. اللهم اجعل حجاجنا حجهم حجا مبرورا، وسعيهم سعيا مشكورا، وذنوبهم ذنوبا مغفورا، وتجارة لهم تجارة لن تبور. يا نور النور يا عالم ما في الصدور، أخرجنا وأخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور يا مولانا يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم انصر المسلمين والمجاهدين في فلسطين، وانصر المسلمين والمجاهدين في الهند، وانصر المسلمين والمجاهدين في السودان، وانصر المسلمين والمجاهدين أوغير، وانصر المسلمين والمجاهدين في كل مكان أينما كانوا يا أرحم الراحمين. ويقول الله تعالى: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. ألا إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون الذين دعواهم فيها سبحانك اللهم وتحيتهم فيها سلام وآخر دعواهم عن الحمد لله رب العالمين. Some places yes, some places no, but to the heading. Thank you. Oh, you got this in as well? Thank you. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Our Hujjaj are from Mina going to Arafah, inshallah. May Allah grant him all the success and Allah grant him the health and come back to us, inshallah. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, as reported by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, he says, Al-Umratu ila al-Umrah kafaratun lima baynahuma. See, Umrah is an expiation for the sins committed between it and the previous one. وَالْحَجُّ الْمَبْرُورُ لَيْسَ لَهُ جَزَاءٌ إِلَّا الْجَنَّةِ. And the reward of a Hajj Mabrur, one accepted by Allah, brings no less a reward than paradise. May Allah grant them and us. O Hujjaj, you will be confronted with many challenges when you go on Hajj. And when you return from Hajj, but how one deals with it, one of the lessons of Hajj. Now please, when we go welcome our Hujjaj when they come back, listen to them carefully. Don't you now say, when I went in 1993, did you know? Oh, leave that alone. It's not about you. It's about them. Right? Please, don't let your ego come out. It's about them. Let them make dua for you and for us. We have to recognize and embrace our weaknesses. Allah created each of us differently and uniquely, and will resurrect us in our uniqueness right down to our fingertips, which identifies us by the fingerprints. And more than 1400 years Allah Ta'ala has identified that in the Quran by saying, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بلى قادرين على أن نسوي بنانه. Indeed, yes, we are able to shape his fingertips yet again. Subhanallah. And we come from different tribes and different nations. For Allah says that, يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا. O mankind, we have created you from male and female and made you into nations and tribes that you may know one another. إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم. Verily, the most honorable of you with Allah is that believer who has God consciousness. May Allah grant us that. Our differences in our nations, where we come from, doesn't make us superior or inferior. It is taqwa. Right? Allah also created humans with differences. And this is the law of creation. On the outside, we all have different languages, different colors, different cultures. However, on the inside, humans were created with different degrees of knowledge, intellect, and comprehension of concepts. This is a sign of Allah's all-encompassing power to do whatever He wills. وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ خَلْقُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاخْتِلَافُ أَلْسِنَتِكُمْ وَأَلْوَانِكُمْ. And amongst His signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the difference of your languages and colors. إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِلْعَالَمِينَ. Surely there are signs in this for all the worlds. Humans shall differ. It is a reality. But this is not the issue. The real issue is how should one confront these differences of opinions? And what should our relationship with someone of a different opinion be? Oh Hujaaj, you should be the shining example now in the community and advise us and call us back to the deen of Islam. Many Muslims set off on this mission blindfolded and not realizing that the map or the GPS is already in the Quran. Allah says, Ud'u ila sabili rabbik bil-hikmah wal-maw'idatil hasana. Invite to the way of your Lord with wisdom and good instruction. وَجَادِلْهُمْ بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ. And argue with them in a way that is good. Allah has taught us to debate the truth and how to do it. How? With hikmah, wisdom, good instruction, and to argue in a way that is good. What does it mean to have hikmah, wisdom, when differing with someone? The nephews of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam once said one of the most beautiful examples of hikmah in advising others. They were young. In their young age, Sayyidina Hassen and Sayyidina Hussein radiallahu anhuma saw an elderly person performing wudu incorrectly. Good God, if it had to be today. That's haram. Astaghfirullah. You know, our attitude is different. Our kibr comes out. Look at what the nephews of Nabi alayhi salam did. They together arranged a plan to teach the elderly person without insulting him. So om aan sy gesig te vat vir ons Afrikaans. Dis dit die storie. And advising him in a manner befitting of his age. They went to the Sahabi and said, Uncle, my brother and I, we differ over who amongst us is performing wudu the best. Please, you be the judge to determine which one of us indeed performs wudu more correctly. Subhanallah. So the man watches intently as the two grandsons of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is performing wudu in such an explicit manner. Right? After they had finished, the man thanked Sayyidina Hasan and Sayyidina Hussein and said, Wallahi, I didn't know how to perform the wudu correctly before this, and you both have taught me. Right? Subhanallah. What a nice way to teach someone. Can you imagine if you do it another way? Even if you are right, you will deny it. So be very careful. We must understand that there are two dimensions to hikmah. First, there is the hikmah of knowledge, hikmah ilmiyyah, and then second, there is the hikmah of action, hikmah amaliyah. Right? Some people have the hikmah of knowledge, however we see that when they try correcting others and advising them, they lack the hikmah of action. And this causes many people to reject the hikmah of knowledge. To give an example of hikmah of knowledge without hikmah of action, a brother once completed salah in a local masjid, and then he proceeded to shake hands with the people on his left-hand side and on his right-hand side. This one brother immediately slapped his hand And he said, this is not part of the sunnah. That's all. So I asked the question, is disrespect and insult part of the sunnah? Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, إِذَا الْتَقَى الْمُسْلِمَانِ فَتَصَافَحَا وَحَمِدَ اللَّهَ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ وَاسْتَغْفَرَاهُ. If two Muslims meet and shake hands and praise Allah and ask Him for forgiveness, غُفِرَ لَهُمَا. Allah, they will be forgiven. Subhanallah. And, you know, there's a big sheikh, you probably know whom people flock to listen. He says, don't greet me, just take my message. That's all. How did our pious predecessors handle rectification? Even insults. Right? One day, Imam Malik rahimahullah enters Masjidul Nabawi after Asr, and he sits down towards the front of the masjid. And Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, anyone who enters the masjid should not sit until he prays 2 rakats tahiyatul masjid. Correct? However, Imam Malik rahimahullah was of the opinion Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's forbiddance of praying after Asr took precedence over tahiyatul masjid. Right? Therefore, the Imam Malik rahimahullah would teach his students not to pray tahiyatul masjid after Asr when they come into the masjid. In other words, between Asr and Maghrib. Actually, I've been seeing people coming into the mosque 1 minute before Maghrib and performing 2 rakats. You must also know when it's haram time to perform salah. Sunrise, sunset, midday. It becomes sometimes a habit that we must perform 2 rakats. But must check when it's zawal and sunrise and sunset. Be careful. At that moment, as Imam Malik rahimahullah sat down, a young person sees him sitting down without praying the 2 rakats of Tahiyatul Masjid, and the young person insultingly tells to Imam Malik, get up and pray 2 rakats. That's who. See, Imam Malik rahimahullah, he stands up and he performs 2 rakats sunnah. The students were now completely stunned what was going on. And Imam Malik rahimahullah, had he changed his mind now? Had he changed his opinion? And after he had completed the salah, the students swarmed around him and questioned his actions. And Imam Malik said, my opinion has not changed, nor have I gone back on what I taught you earlier. I merely feared that had I not prayed the 2 rakats as the young person commanded me, Allah may include me in this ayah. And he reads this ayah. وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمُ ارْكَعُوا لَا يَرْكَعُونَ. And when it is said to them, ruku, they don't make ruku. This is what Imam Malik's perception, look how he thought. He went somewhere else. He didn't say, hey, wie is jy om van my te leer, jou snotkop? No, this is some of our attitudes. You young person, who are you to come and teach me? Hey? I am Imam of a mother? Astaghfirullah. Look how Imam Malik answered that, although he was a young person. Imam Ahmad rahimahullah had held the opinion that eating camel meat nullifies the wudu, an opinion which the majority of the scholars differed from. You know, so some students asked him, "Ya Imam, if you find an Imam eating camel meat in front of you and without making wudu he leads the salah, would you pray behind him?" Should that be called? Imam Ahmad rahimahullah says, "Do you think I would not pray behind the likes of Imam Malik and Sa'id ibn al-Musayyib of Madinatul Munawwara, who were amongst the foremost authorities in fiqh, amongst the tabi'een?" Subhanallah. Look at their response. Allama Sha'rani says, Imam Shafi'i rahimahullah visited the grave of Imam Abu Hanifa, rahimahullah. And Imam Shafi performed the Subuh Salah without reciting the Qunut in the Subuh Salah. As you know, the Shafi'i recites Qunut, right? And then he answered, how could I recite Qunut in the presence of this Imam when it was his opinion not to recite it? Look at the wisdom and the love they had for each other's difference. But here we harp on our differences. No, I'm Hanafi. No, I'm Shafi. No, I am Maliki. I am Hanbali. You know what? They are all Muhammadi. That is the reality of the situation. Whichever way you follow, you don't have to be dogmatic about it. No one doesn't say you have to follow. Be a Shafi, be a Hanafi. Okay? Remember I say in the month of Ramadan, always I give this example, I'm good enough for Fard Salah, Isha, I'm good for Tarawih, but when it comes to Witr, sorry, I'm Shafi or I'm Hanafi, I go right to the bed. Okay? And then I just say, if Imam Mahdi alayhi salam must come in the Akhirul Zaman and read Salah, what do you tell him? Sorry, Imam Mahdi, ek Hanafi or ek Shafi. How ridiculous does it sound and look like? So be careful. Be careful. Right? To show hikmah, when we differ, requires the following: sincerity, ikhlas. If we differ, our intention should be that we are differing in the sincere hope of coming away with the truth. Our intention should be sincerely for the sake of Allah. We should not differ just to release some hate or envy in our heart. Nor should we differ to embarrass someone like we may have been embarrassed. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, and I leave the Arabic, he who does not acquire knowledge with the sole intention of seeking the pleasure of Allah, but for worldly gain, will not smell the fragrance of Jannah on the day of resurrection. Allah protect us. To have hikmah when differing means we should really depart from an atmosphere of kindness and gentleness. We should seldom allow ourselves to become angry and raise our voices. Fir'aun was one of the evilest persons that lived. On the other hand, Musa alayhi salam was one of the most noblest persons. Look how Allah tells Musa alayhi salam to advise Fir'aun. Idhaba ila Fir'aun innahu tagha. Go both of you to Fir'aun. Indeed, he has transgressed. فَقُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا لَعَلَّهُ يَتَذَكَّرُ أَوْ يَخْشَى. And speak to him with gentle speech. Perhaps he may remember or become fearful. Subhanallah. I have spoken this way for the benefit of our Hujaaj that will be coming and who will be in the spotlight and when they return. And those who have been on Hajj, you know how we are tested on Hajj and how many arguments they have, even on Arafat Day. No, but my Imam said so, and my Imam said, you can't do Jam Salah, you can't do this, you can't do this. Imam Hassen Walele said this. Astaghfirullah, Ya Allah. And I'm saying this for the benefit for ourselves, for me first. For we will be confronted with issues all our lives. My humble attempt is for you to manage it and not to win the argument and lose the battle. You know, I always say, learn to say sorry. I often say this. Learn to say sorry. When you say sorry, you are not wrong, but you value the relationship more than being right. You value your parents more than being right. You value your husband or your wife more than being right. True, that's it. You know something, the only we've heard this term. Wie dink jy wie's jy? Draai jy die broek? Be careful. Be careful. Lose the argument and win the battle and win Allah's pleasure. Let us develop a resolve to revive this air which Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam and his companions breathed an air of mercy, love, brotherhood and sisterhood. Ameen. Khalil Gibran says so beautifully, I have learned silence from the talkative. I have learned toleration from the intolerant. And I have learned kindness from the unkind. Yet strange, I am ungrateful to those very teachers. Subhanallah. Beautiful, subhanallah. Important thing to remember here is, when we differ, don't lose a person. He's still a Muslim. Don't make him kafir. Oh, today we're so quick to make a person kafir. Allah. But Nabi alayhi salam says, the person who makes Arwaah kafir, for who are kafir? You become kafir. So be very careful, Allah will protect us. That we sit and we go ask, rather go ask, or I don't know. You can never be too old to say, I don't know. May Allah grant us that. Allah grant our Hujaaj a safe and beautiful Hajj Mabrur, Ya Allah. And Allah grant all that have passed away, Allah grant them Jannatul Firdaus. And all our people that are ill and sick, Allah grant them Shifa and Kamilan, Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Thank you so much. You know, the slips of paper which I have typed with the masjid's bank account numbers and my phone number, it is lying at the back and you can collect it also, as well. So at the back there, from the two attendants standing at the back, so it's easier for you to do the EFTs. Thank you, Sheikh Salaam did say that. Eid al-Adha will be on the Barak Haji. Inshallah. Oh, you want to know one day? Inshallah, this masjid will have a Monday with, I'll start off with the talk at 8 o'clock and Sheikh Salahuddin will be doing the salah thereafter. Actually, the first was, first the talk, then the salah, and then the Arabic khutbah, inshallah. Thank you. I think I have mentioned in my dua, you know, yes, Palestine is in the highlight, but you know what is not in the highlight? Sudan. You don't even hear of Sudan. But the genocide that is taking place there, you know why? Because it's black upon black, and so it's Muslims upon Muslims. So may Allah grant them ease and understanding to have sabr, ya Allah. And I promise you, you were looking at, somebody else told me about it. And I want to go check it up on Google and all that. It's unbelievable what is happening. So Allah grant it easy. And all our places, all over the world where they are being oppressed, Allah grant you ease. Thank you.
Allah Akbar, Allah.